Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How you doing? I just want to say I appreciate you guys being here. Today we are talking about a witchy book. That's I'm rocking this cool witch hat that I got from Salem, Massachusetts a couple years ago. Yeah, that was awesome. That was actually before I even did YouTube. And now it's like, if I ever go back, I'm going to vlog the whole thing. Believe that. It was an awesome trip. Anyways, I want to talk about a witch book. And what's better than, well, I don't know, actually. I haven't read witch books, honestly, in general. But anyways, we're going to talk about The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling. I have not read any of her books yet, but I really wanted to read a fall romance novel. And I was going to do the Pumpkin Spice Calf book, but I was sitting here doing something. I don't know what I was doing, but I looked at the shelf and there it was. It was like a holy grail, just beaming, shining light. It was just like, wow. And I'm trying to read books I own currently instead of buying other books and yada yada yada. So I bought this book. So I read this book and here we are. We're feeling some witchy magic. Most of this book is good. I just have like some little tweaks about this book that just kind of bugs me just a smidge. But we're going to talk about the good. Now the good of this book is I think the characters are fun. I think the setting of fall in general is really good in this book. It's very cute. You really do feel like, wow, this is fall. Like you truly do feel that while reading this book. I feel like I am engrossed in the fall weather and I really enjoy that a lot. I really love it. It's something that it's like a book that you want to read outside when it's a little nice cool breeze. It's 60 degrees out and the leaves are turning orange and you have like, I don't drink coffee, so like a White Monster energy drink for me. But if you are into coffee, if you're a coffee girly, then a coffee, pumpkin spice probably, just saying. And you're reading it, you're just enjoying it. And the romance is fine. I think it's a little petty of why they broke up. Personally, that's just me. But yet again, they were teenagers, so that's one reason. But you follow the character named Vivi and she lives in this small town in like the mountain part of South Carolina, and she lives with her witch sisters, witch family. It's like her cousin and her aunt, because her mom passed away, and she's kind of doing the same thing as what her mom did, where she's trying to live a normal life and not be a witch, which is perfectly fine. I mean, that's always a really fun plot, and those are really fun tropes in books where it's like, I don't want to embrace this, I want to be someone else, I don't want to do what all the rest of my family's doing, kind of stuff. And I really enjoy those elements of those parts for a book, because it is fun and see how the character ends up becoming who they want to be at the end. I always think those are really fun tropes. And she meets this guy named Rye. I was just saying, he reminds me a lot. When I first heard that, I literally thought of the Avatar series. I was like, oh gosh, here we go. Luckily, no. This guy's cool. I mean, I don't have too much of a problem with him, but they break up. There's a prologue at the beginning when they break up because he breaks up with her because he was like betrothed out across the country in Europe. He wanted to end it, but she broke up with him because of it. Even though he didn't want to be married, he wanted to get out of it, and that's why they broke up. And in this book, she curses him in the prologue, and when he comes back to the town to bring magic back into the ley line, because the city was founded from his family, so it's just that traditional stuff. And because of the curse, it curses the whole city, and they have to figure out what's going on. And throughout the whole book, Ryan and Vivi start being closer together. And this is where I'm a little 50-50 with it, where I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan when books do this, where it's like, I like the whole romance part is perfectly fine. It's when things are getting chaotic and it's not the end of the world, but it's like evil things are happening, and it's like, it feels like it's a rush that has to happen. Instead, they're like, let's just start banging in the closet. Let's bang here. Let's make out here. Let's feel each other up here. And I feel like it kind of takes away the element of what's going on, like the tension of like, holy crap. And I think clearly this is a romance novel first and then chaos, which is perfectly fine. That's just how I was like looking at it. When I'm reading the book, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what about the curses? You know, it's one of those things that was going through my head. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that element. But besides that, I really like the book. I feel like if you are into like the cute little fall romance kind of books, I think this is perfectly fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. That was like my biggest flaw. Now, if I had to give this a book a rating, I give it like a 3.5 out of 5. But because Goodreads sucks, I can only give it a 4 or a 3. And I would rather give it a 4 than a 3. But I'd give it a 3.5, honestly, like just what I would tell you is give it a 3.5. But because, like I said, Goodreads sucks, so I can't do that, unfortunately. But with that being said, I really did enjoy this book. It wasn't like the best one I read, and it's like, well, I'm not going to complain, because the spooky season, I always try to make it fun. I always try to read really fun spooky books or just whatever. And this year I wanted to read a romance fall themed book, and I'm really glad I did decide to read this. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate it. Have you guys read the XX? Have you read anything else from Erin Sterling? I would love to know down below, and maybe if you guys think I should check out more of her books, let me know. Also, do you guys agree with what I say about like my dislikes about this book, or do you agree with what I said? I'd love to know everything you have, all your thoughts, opinions down below. I'd love to know if you guys like the hat too. The hat's pretty cool if you ask me. Regardless, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay weird.